Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the pitfuturestrading.com coming to you this Thursday morning, February 20th. We're looking at the last bunch of days of the market profile of the SPY ETF. And after hitting an all-time high yesterday, leaving decent excess in the regular trading hours, only to sell it, right, as we sold off in L&M. Now, last night, surprisingly, after the way M flushed, we do make a new all-time high in the overnight. But this morning, right now, doesn't show any signs of wanting to get the regular trading high or the pre-overnight all-time high. So we're trading below value, the lower end of balance from yesterday, and more importantly, back inside that previous 5-day balance. All right, so let's go over destinations and a game plan. So right now on the upside, we have three. We have 338.69, which was 9 wide. We have 339.08, which was yesterday's high and all-time high. And we have 339.38, which is our overnight all-time high. For the downside, we have yesterday's low of 337.48. Then we still had the gap that gets filled at 337.17, a 31-point gap. Until we get more market-generated information, then we have pretty much a void to the afternoon pullback low of 335.96 from the 18th, 335.21 daily low, 334.75 daily low, and 334.20, again, the price probe from the 10th. Remember, the 10th was the day that we had all those single prints in trend day. We have not revisited that day at all. Now, a couple of things. If we are to close this gap from yesterday and get accepted back into that 5-day range, you could get some acceleration to the downside because there's pretty much a void or a vacuum in price down to the afternoon pullback low and that daily low. That would open up the possibility of getting into that trend day from February 10th where there were buyers, tremendous amount of buyers that day. So that's what the bears want to do. First step, take out yesterday's low and fill the gap and get accepted back into the balance. For the bulls, they want to hold yesterday's low, hold the gap, stay above that 5-day balance, and then start attacking the POC from yesterday and then the all-time high. Remember, we had a chance for a price spike yesterday when K took out G's high. G was a price spike, which was rejected. So if we ought to come back up there, it'll be interesting to see if sellers are back up there again today. So what's the game plan for this morning? Well, right now, you could certainly take a call position leaning against yesterday's low and the gap. But two things. Number one, you'll be buying below value. And number two, you'll be inside that previous 5-day balance. So if that gap is to fill, and especially if we start one-time framing down, I'd be out of that trade on the long side. Because like I said, until we get more market-generated information, you could easily trade to the pullback low from the 18th. If yesterday's low holds and or the gap holds and we come back out of the 5-day balance, then you're going to have yesterday's settlement and then the POC, which you could trade up to. So that'd be a call play. As far as a put play, if we're to open, drive straight up, and then fail at the POC and or G's high, which was where the price spike was, I would take a put play. Now again, those would be a trade inside of value, which aren't your greatest risk reward, but it's certainly better than buying it below value. So that would be a put play. Another put play is if in the next hour we gap lower, hold the gap, fill the gap from the 18th, then I'm looking for the afternoon pullback low from February 18th. If you gap lower or if you take out yesterday's low and then get rejected back into yesterday's range, I'm out on that put play. As far as charts go, weekly, one time framing up for 2 weeks with 2 days to go in this week, buyers would love to finish above 338.12 for two reasons. Number one, you'd be getting more distance away as you continue to make new highs, But more importantly, on the daily, closing above 338.12 keeps you above that previous 5-day balance. So right now, I'm going to use 338.12 as my line in the sand. I think if bulls are able to close above it by tomorrow night, well, then you still have a nice up auction in all three time frames. However, if we're to close back into it and take out yesterday's low and stop the one time framing up, well, then bears have a chance then to attack both the trend line and the bottom of that 5-day balance. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.